What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? What's happening? Forgot to set up this camera. Didn't realize it till I went live. Okay. Should be good. There we go. Well, no one's here today. What's happening on a Wednesday? What's going on that no one's around on a Wednesday? Anyway, well, doesn't matter. We'll keep going here. No matter what, if we got one person, then so be it. So, check it out. You guys already know what I'm doing. You can see it by the title, what I'm going to be doing. And, yeah, but usually, I know you just got a notification, but usually like there's already people waiting, like chatting and stuff. And this time is like no one, silent today. There's no people chatting beforehand, so interesting. But check it out. Here's kind of the reference photos I'm going to be using. I kind of tried to pick a variety. I don't know if I'm going to get through all 9 of them, and I'm not going to really do like the backgrounds or anything. You know, maybe like the ground that they're sitting on or something, but mostly just the car itself, trying to break that down, simplify it, and see what I can come up with. So let's get into the first one, I guess. And I'm just going to go down the line like this because the way I have it on my screen just works better that way. So we'll start up here. And I'm going to start with this bigger brush, number 16 round. That's what I'm going to start with, I think. We'll see. I'm going to try it. But that's what I'm going to mix up first. So this first one, if you guys see that again, is this blue car and the pink car. I don't know if I'm going to do both, maybe just the pink one for now, because I can see all of that one. So, and we have a lot of cars to get through, so. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. So this pink car, you know, I don't know if I can really even get that pink. I have a alizarin crimson here, which is like a magenta, but it's very strong tinting color. So maybe that will work. When it's watered down, it'll come out pink. I can't really make, you know, I could add a little bit of blue to it, but I think that'll make it more purple. I'm gonna see what happens if I just put a little bit of blue into that, see if I can cool it down slightly or something. Yeah, there we go. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Should I draw out this first, or should I just go straight for the shape of the car? Let's do a very loose sketch really quickly, because I'm trying to simplify cars today. I'm trying to simplify them, break them down just into the basic. Okay, that should be a little bit shorter. And this is a tough view to start out with, so see if I'm able to do this. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's just work with the shapes. Let's see how this comes out. What brand of brush are you using? It's a Princeton Neptune. You can find it on Amazon. That's where I ordered it from. Number 16 round. They're really good brushes from what I've been using. I've been using these for this whole year, and they've been working pretty well for me. So yeah, this color is just not right. You know, I've been thinking about stop using alizarin crimson, but I don't know. I was thinking of using more of a pink or magenta type of quinacridone rose or something that's really pink. This is the permanent version of alizarin crimson, by the way. It's not the original fugitive version, but yeah, this, I don't know, in this M. Graham brand, it seems very red, and I'm not sure why that is. But we'll see what we can do here. So there's a shadow on the back. Let's just try to put that in while it's all soft, or while it's all wet. Try to make it soft. See if I can do that. So like I said, folks, I've never really done this before, so this is a learning experience for me. What's really going to make this thing pop is the shadows underneath, I think. That's what's going to give this a bit more kind of show what's really happening. Why so bushy brush? I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know what you mean by bushy brush. You mean like big? Like why is it so big? Because I'm doing large shapes right now. I don't need anything small right now. And this can, this brush goes into a point, so I can do small shapes like that. The bumper on the back, just make it like a cool blue because it's in the shadows. There are like people in this car, but I'm gonna ignore that for now. Let's just try to make it look like a car. At least try to. I think I got the perspective off a bit, and I didn't quite finish that shadow. I'm getting bogged down in the details here. Why is my water way over there? Okay, that's better. But yeah, this was a tough angle to start out with, folks, so just be patient here as I'm learning what I'm doing. Hopefully we can learn some of this stuff together. Yeah, I use M. Graham watercolors. You can find those on Amazon too. That's where I order mine from. But I use a bunch of different colors and stuff. For the windshield, I'm not really sure. I know usually windshields are kind of like a greeny, bluey color. The glass is that color, so we'll try to put something in like that. I don't know. This is not looking very good, folks, to be honest. It's such a strong saturated pink, and I don't really have that pink, so I think I'm just gonna have to wing it. I have to wing it here. Just go with like the color that I have. Alizarin crimson, it's the pinkest color that I have. You don't really find pink like that too much, except for like cars like this. So Yeah, I think this was like a tough perspective anyway, but leave it to me to always, like, you know, do the hardest thing first. I always do that, man. Every time. You guys know that by now. If you watched me enough, it's like, yep, let's just do the hardest thing first. Of course. Come on. There we go. Let's just try to give some kind of context here. Yeah, cars are definitely pretty challenging from what I'm finding out right now. That looks so dumb. That looks stupid. Okay. Boy. You know, I wanted to make these simple. All right, let's start with a different one. Let's use a smaller brush, see what we can do. The next one, let's just experiment. We may go back to that one. We may end up fixing up that one a bit if we learn a bit more as we progress. But let's go this next one, which is this red car here, right below that one. This one's more of a back end view, so we'll try to see what we can get away with here. Hopefully this one will be a bit simpler, a bit easier. Because that one was quite a nightmare for me. And I'm really looking like I don't know how to paint right now. So I need to change that. Oh gosh. Okay. Back in here, tail lights. Pretty flat. I like this photo because the tires and everything are all just blend right into the shadow underneath, so that's really nice. That gives a nice shape. So we'll try to keep that, something like that. So already we got the drawing of a car. It looks like the car, so doing pretty well. This side's a bit darker, keep that in mind. Alright. Let's keep this loose. Let's keep this good. Yeah, cars is so hard. I think what I did wrong up here. I think I wish some of the. I think I wish like some of this was just bleeding. I think it just wanted to be more loose, and it just got like too tight. You know, like it's almost like, you know, I just want some of this to bleed a bit and just be a bit more soft in areas. I think everything's just a little too rigid or something, but it doesn't matter. Let's work on this one. So we got the red, kind of a reddish car, so that makes it a little bit easier. But it is an overcast day, so I'll add in some crimson to cool it down, some blue, ultramarine blue, that is. Too much. Okay, let's start over. There we go. Nice earthy, darkish red. Maybe a little bit of yellow ochre. There we go. That's what I want. Let's try this. So I really want to like think about these like I thought about the figures the other day, last week, that I did. You know, like that's what I'm going for. Just like a looser kind of feel to these, because it's kind of what it's about, you know. Like these aren't meant to be like car, like illustrations of an actual car. This is like painting cars within an entire landscape. So these are just like small cars that I would paint into an overall larger scene. So that's what I'm trying to keep my focus on, is like try to remember like what I'm doing and like what I'm doing these for. Yeah, let's just paint over the taillights, because I'm going to go back over those with the stronger color anyway. Try to vary up the color a bit more, slightly here and there. And there's like a really dark shadow, which transparent red oxide, ultramarine blue. Keep it pretty warm but dark. Maybe a little bit of alizarin crimson as well. We'll just try to keep all this dark. There we go. This one's looking a lot better, I think. Got more color variety and more shapes and everything. I probably have to do one more layer still, because the colors get very colors end up fading off a bit, it seems. I think I just needed to warm up a little bit, you know. Get my brush flowing a bit. Just have some fun with these, you know. Okay, let's see. Any questions here? How do you feel about tracing versus drawing? I've always felt it was a form of maybe cheating. I mean, I don't know that it's like cheating. I mean, I think most people think of it that way. But, because I think most people, you know, when they see that you've created some kind of art, they think that you drew it. So I think it's more of a form of like, it could be like a form of deception, really. Because I think, you know, people usually, when you create art, people think like, oh, you created that. And if you just like traced over something that somebody else created, you know, what did you really do? You know, but But yeah, you can definitely transfer, like somebody said, Angela said, you can definitely transfer your own work and stuff like that, or transfer a photo if you're just working on, you know, the painting or something at the aspect rather than the drawing. You know, it just, everyone's different, so it doesn't really matter. If you think it's cheating and you don't want to do it, then, you know, don't do it. You know, I personally don't really do it. And I don't encourage people to do it, because the only way to get better at something is to do it more. So if you want to get better at drawing, you need to draw more. You can't, like, you're not, like, tracing's not going to do anything for you, because you're not exercising that muscle of hand-eye coordination. So that's my thoughts on it. Let's see, is this dry yet? Pretty much. So let's hit it with like another layer of red. I'm realizing I need to go much stronger right at the very beginning and less water. So I'm going to try to do that on the next one that's very saturated. We'll just hit it with some nice color at the very beginning. But it is nice because now I got that lighter line I can keep up there, where the windshield is in the top of the car. It's pretty white, so like I'm not going to do much up there. We'll keep it pretty simple. But in some areas I can water it down a little bit, just show there's some different things happening. I can melt all this together a bit. So I don't know if it's going to work, because depending on the colors I already put down, but what I want to do is what's really going to make this thing cool. Actually, the windshield, it's kind of like a blue, you know. It's reflecting the clouds. It's kind of like a bluey gray. So I'll try to put something for the windshield there. We'll see what this looks like. Ultramarine blue, a little bit of ivory black to gray it off a bit. We'll just see. We'll keep like some white highlights or something. We'll just do a little bit of maybe like that or something. I don't know. Looks like a windshield, I guess. Just trying to darken a small part of the corner there of it, just to give yeah, that didn't really work. I just lightened it up, added too much water. Try one more time. Can do it. There we go. More pigment. There we go. Okay, cool. So what I want to try to do for this one, it has like its tail lights on, its brake lights. So if you guys see the reference photo there, so I want to see if the color I made the car is going to work for this. And this is still kind of tight. Like I wish like that line of the some of the lines could be softer, but I'm gonna paint as many cars as I can. Theo, in Theo. So what I'm gonna do is take the red. This is cadmium red, but you can use like. Normally nowadays, I'd probably use like Naphthol red or like Pyrrole red, because people try to avoid the cadmiums nowadays. But this is what I have, so this will probably last me forever. Nobody really uses red that much. But I'm gonna dip this straight from the tube. Try to put this on as like taillights. We'll see if that looks like brake lights on or something, you know. So pretty cool. So it kind of worked. Kind of worked. And there's actually like a tail light in this window too. Might as well put that one in. Let's soften some of this a bit. Alright, well, not the greatest. I think the drawing's a little bit off there with the taillights, but with this one taillight, it should be moved over a bit more. But actually, let's just try it. Let's do it. It should be over here a bit more, right? And then there should be more shadow. Shadow should be like here. So just paint into that red and try to move it a bit. Just playing around, seeing what I can do. Fix these edges a bit. There we go. All right, well, that was cool. That kind of worked, I guess. I've seen a lot of cool paintings when it's like a rainy day and it's all wet and they have like reflections in the water. They make it all like running and stuff. It's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of cool effects you can do when you use paint like that. But so anyway, all right. I mean, I think that one came up a lot better than the first one, right, guys? I mean, it's way better than the first one, no doubt. Now, it really helps with these little negative shapes of light. That really helps show that it's like a shadow underneath the car, and like, you know, gives it that appearance of that's what's happening. So. All right, just playing around there. Didn't really have to do that, but okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't like how sharp this little line is, this corner. I don't know why, that just kind of bugs me. I feel like just needs some softness there, but other than that, pretty cool. And I was able to leave that little negative shape there of light for like a thing going across the trunk or whatever. I don't know, pretty cool. It just gives it another little thing of interest there. So the next one, what is the next one? I guess I should move the camera. It's probably easier. So the next one, guys. Ooh, this yellow ochre car from the side. Okay. All right, we can try it. Let's see. Got some interesting perspectives today, that's for sure. Doing my best here, folks. Just doing my best, you know. I'll try to make these cars look good. That first one was very challenging. I kind of got discouraged after painting that one. But the second one looks a lot better, so I'm happy about that. I just gotta remember to keep these loose, you know, not get too detailed, because it's not about the detail, it's just about making it look like a car, like what's necessary for it to look like a car. How much do you need? And it might take me a while to figure that out. I don't know if I'm going to get through all these today, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do 9. Looks like we're already 30 minutes in, so... Whew, okay. We're going, man. We're going. We're going to try it. We're going to do it. Looks like a stupid car. Looks like it needs to be longer. It needs to be longer. Yep, this tire is too close. I want to make sure I get these proportions correctly as I can. Tires back here and then something like that. That probably looks a little bit better. Possibly. And then, yeah, this window comes down to there. Dark window, dark tires, all dark under here. Okay. I don't see any questions, folks, so that's good. Keep going. Keep going here. Looks good enough to me. We'll try to make it look like a car. Let's see what we can do. So this car is definitely just yellow ochre paint. I mean, it's literally like this color. Like, it's perfect. Although it looked a little weird on the camera there, but I'm telling you, it's definitely that color. So we'll try to make this work. Let's go less watery, more pigment this time. For the first layer, we'll try to do this. See if we can do this in one go without doing a second wash, but we'll see. It's still kind of watery. Alright, let's vary the mixture a bit. We'll put a little bit of purple into that just to knock it down a little bit on the side. It's a little bit more gray as it gets to the bottom. It's reflecting the road and everything across the street into the side here. So I want to just change the color a little bit. Slightly. You know, and it's good to vary your mixtures as you go anyway. Just wet into wet. Just get it. Otherwise it looks flat and boring. I think that's what I did wrong in the first one. It's just kind of one color. It's very monochrome, kind of. So it was very boring. You know, I can mix a little bit of red here and there into it just to, I don't know, just make it different. Sometimes the way to paint something is paint how you would want to, like, what would you want to see it look like? It's one way to think about it. Okay, try to get these windshields in here and then the tires and the shadow. Just mixing up some darks here real quick. So we got a shadow under here. So I'm concerned about how to do these tires because I think that's what messed me up in the first one. And yeah, I'm not too sure how to go about doing those. But I guess let's just try it. Make some gray ish shapes. In there. Okay, cool. Maybe a little bit darker. Some areas. Alright, this one's looking okay, I think. What do you guys think? It's looking decent? Looking good? Do you need water-soluble graphite pencils for lighter color paints? I really don't care, to be honest, if the pencil shows through, because it's kind of cool, you know. If that bothers you, then you could use like a lighter pencil. But for me, I don't mind it because it's just part of the process. It just shows part of the process, and it's not a bad thing for me. But I don't think you need like water soluble. I mean, I guess that would be cool, but you could just use like a 2H pencil or something. Just go lightly. So there's like a lighter window here, and then it gets darker right here. Not that it matters, but we'll try to just make it accurate. Since I'm here, might as well do it. What else? What else does it need? Doesn't really need much else, but you know, we can add like some smaller shapes in the front, headlights, bumper. Yeah, doesn't really need much else. There's some kind of thing on the back there, so just throw that in there, and then just mix up some kind of purple real quick, and got the road. Purple looks really nice against that yellow ochre car. Not bad, I guess. This could be, the shadow could be blurred out a little bit. Just soften that. Something like that. Same thing up here. Soften that slightly. Looks pretty rough. Pretty rough. I think we need like some softness or something around these tires, you know. I think tires just end up looking very rugged. I feel like they need to be like softened. At least part of them. Looks like a flat tire or something. Let's see if we can fix that a little bit. Just on the bottom. Just needs more of a fuller shape on the inside. Like that maybe. There we go. It's not flat anymore. Not too flat anyway. Alright, well, I'm definitely learning a lot with this. Definitely difficult. Definitely a lot harder than I thought it would be. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be a little bit easier. All right, next row. Let's see. I don't think we're gonna get through all of these, so I have to just pick some. I'll try to pick some that are different. We'll try to do something in the front now. So the next row, could do either the top or the bottom one on the next row. So the top red one or the bottom turquoisey blue one? What do we go for, folks? What do we go for? All right, someone says bottom, let's do it. Two people said bottom, that's it. Blue, we're doing it. All right. I'll just paint it in the same spot too, because why not? Yep, everybody says blue. All right. Well, I would do both Cubs win, but you know, I want to fit in as many different as I can. So there's some other ones that have a different view slightly, maybe. We'll check out the rest of them in a minute after I do this one. But I just want to fit in as much as I can. Yeah, I feel like I definitely feel like it's important to draw these before, like with figures. I mean, I'm sure it's important with figures too, but a lot of the figures I was able to just make up really easily. The shapes were very simple, and with these, the cars, the shapes are very complex compared to figures. And so I just got to take my time here for a minute and try to get these shapes accurate, somewhat accurate anyway. So let's see the bottom there. So the bumper goes up. Once again, we have some nice tire shapes that bleed into the shadow underneath. I really like that. Really helps simplify it, and I think that's important. It's an important detail to take note of, because right away you get the silhouette of a car right away with just that. Even the tires just bleed into the shadows, that you don't really need the tires for the most part. So learning that, got some headlights here. We'll try to keep those white. We'll see if we can do that. And we have a nice grill on the front. We'll try to see if we can keep that too. Awesome. So that looks pretty good, I think. Yeah. Okay. And we got some people inside. Doesn't really matter, but we'll put some like shapes for seats and stuff. That's probably a little too detailed than what I want to do, but how long will you continue daily streams? Is it just a COVID thing? No, I mean, I'll keep doing them as long as I have people here watching them. Just keep them going as long as I can. Yeah, you're right. Blue change. That's a good point. So this one's blue. Well, this is the first blue car. Didn't realize that. Okay. Who has the same question? Oh, I see. The streams. Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep these going. Definitely keep these going. So I think I made my car too narrow, actually, now that I'm looking at it, but I'm gonna roll with it. We'll make a narrower type of car like this. It'll be, more cartoony. It's narrower and taller, but it's okay. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Kind of like a car. Get it? Get it, folks? Come on, man. All right. I have the perfect color for this cobalt teal that I have. Check this out. It's like the perfect color. It just looks just like it. So, and this color is pretty opaque, so I'm gonna have to be careful. But I am gonna gray it down slightly, just a bit. But let's see what we can do here. Look at that. Oh yeah, nice. Let's see if I can keep some highlights on these areas of the car, some of them, some areas. So I'm just focusing on the shapes here. And I'll put in the shadows in just a second. We'll put in some of the darker stuff in a second. But yeah, I think those highlights really help kind of show the form a little bit. I should add more highlights on the top, but I did the top first and I wasn't paying attention. But we got a little bit of highlight there in the corner. So we'll keep that, I guess. Okay, that's nice. Nice shape there. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. Definitely a lot more complex shapes going on, because that just the way the hood is, and you know, it's just an older car, has this more interesting look. So just got to pay attention to a lot of those shapes that are going on. So we'll try to keep all those highlights. I don't know if they're all necessary. Maybe I need to soften some of this just to tone some of it down. You know, maybe here on the side. But anything facing upward, maybe like this hood, I can keep mostly white. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure what to keep yet. But we got some. Oh, we need to go darker than that. Let's really put some darks on here. Some dark shapes. Maybe cooler, bluer. Okay. Just trying to make that windshield more interesting or something. Probably could have left a little more light on it, but too late, as they say, somebody says. Okay, it's nice. Now we go really dark, really dark. Right under here. pretty cool. Pretty cool. I feel like I could still soften some things here. Like this window back here, this could be all softer. But that's when you need like the rest of the environment there to kind of like, you know, blend some of the edges into the environment. But got a lot of softness down here, a lot of blending together. It's pretty cool. Kill some of that white, a little too strong. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Shadows give the forms. Yeah, exactly. You know, when you're painting shadow, you're painting light. Exactly. Good point. Good point, Enrique. Pros and cons of drawing vertically on easel versus desktop. Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely big difference. I usually draw, if you see behind me here, this easel. Yeah, I'll try to show you guys real quick. I use this easel right here. That's the angle I usually paint at. So the water runs down a little bit, and it's definitely more helpful. This is definitely more challenging to paint like this because you can't rely on the water to like run down and blend together. It's just a different thing. It's just totally different. But it still can be done. It's not like impossible. What is the work you did and were most proud of? Can you show us? What are your mixes for this dark? The mix is ultramarine blue. I'll show you guys. Ultramarine blue, transparent red oxide. So I'll show you guys real quick. Take ultramarine blue like that and transparent red oxide like that. You mix those together in the right ratio, you get a really dark, and you can either make it cooler like it is now, like more blue, or you can warm it up. Usually your really darks, you want them to be a little bit warm. If they look cool, you'll never really see, if you go out in nature, really dark, it's usually not a cool dark, it's usually warm. So that's how you get like a natural looking dark. You just make them warm, and that's how it goes. All right, so how much time we have here? I could probably do one or two more. So we could do a convertible at the top red one, middle row, and then maybe the blue one, bottom left. I think that's what I'm thinking. So I think that's top middle and bottom right. Bottom right, top middle. So let's give those a shot. I'll do this top one from the front. It's kind of the same angle we just did, but you know, I don't want to do another car from the back, same angle again as that one. I think this was a little more challenging, so yeah, I'm gonna do another blue. I'll do another blue after this red one for sure. So let's try to get this one's just it's a very challenging perspective. So the way you can break this down is to just use rectangles rather than trying to focus on all the crazy shapes. So I'm just going to simplify. How nifty is that? Turn this thing into a giant rectangle, because there's a lot of perspective going on here. But this is basically the car when it's simplified, right? So if we look at the reference photo again, pretty similar, pretty close. you know, it's not gonna be perfect. I mean, I'm drawing it super fast. This is like, drawing this car could really take me like a few hours, you know, if I was really trying to get everything perfect and correct. But since I'm just doing it pretty quickly here, you know, we just get kind of the major shapes, the things that distinguish it, you know, like this kind of grill in the front, the bumper, you know, stuff that gives it some character. You know, the bumper sticking out like this, bumper wrapping around. You know, we'll try to add some of those features. Shadow comes out down here like this. I kind of drew it a little bit low on in the square, but that's all right. Got a tire there, and then tire back here barely. Car, and then the hood goes way, let's see, like right here, believe it or not, way back here. Something like that. Looks pretty legit. Nice. All right. And the steering wheel there. Try to put that in if I can. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Pretty good. Nice, nice, nice. Got dark under here. And you want to try to connect as many darks as you can. Just make them all connected. Want some shadow on this side, might as well. All right. What's going on, Kashika? Thanks for tuning in. Where can I see your art? Well, if you look at the top left corner of this video, I have my handles there for all my social media right up here. And all of my, here, I'll show you guys right here, right there. Website, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I have my website, shaverfineart.com. You can see my art there. I got drawings for sale. We got watercolors for sale, gouache paintings for sale. We got everything. We got it all. Check it out. I mean, my website's right on this video the whole time. You just got to observe, man. It's all about observing. Aren't you on an art channel? You got to observe. Got to observe. All right. Oh, put a white-haired lady as the driver. Oh man, I think it's a little too ambitious today. I'm lucky if I can make this look like a car. But that would be perfect for you. Yeah, no worries, no worries. It's all good. I'm just trying to let everybody know where to find me, where to see it. And it's always there. So definitely check me out later when you're not busy. I appreciate it. I know it was a joke, but it was a good one. Let's see. Anything? Yeah, I did look totally different 7 years ago, that's for sure. I sound different. I don't, I'm not as like, I'm very quiet and like not confident to speak in front of the camera. It's just very different. So this one's interesting because there's like, all right, let's just do it. There's some reflections on the side reflecting the ground. So I'm going to see if I can try to put those in. Let's see if we can do that. But we'll try to paint in some of this, and then right here it gets like grayish yellow. It's a lot lighter. So we'll get like yellow ochre, a little bit of a gray that I have mixed on the palette already. Let's see what that needs to be cooler. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can get these to look like reflections. It's supposed to be much lighter than that. There we go. Something like that. Okay, we'll go back to the red. Red's pretty challenging to paint with. Red is definitely difficult. But I'm gonna do my best. Do my best, folks. So we got some other reflections and stuff. I'm just gonna vary the color a little bit as it goes on the hood. Warm it up. It's reflecting like trees from above and everything. Warm trees and everything. So try to show that. There are some white white highlights stuff. I'll try to leave those in if I can. Maybe like a darker red up front here. Okay, pretty good. Under the headlight there, go down, boom. Okay. Just lighten some of this up a bit. There's a bunch of crazy highlights. I'll try to simplify all that, but try to still make it look like highlights, possibly. Oh, too far out there. Oh well. Too late now. What was the name of where you got your acrylics? I have a few. I have no idea, to be honest. What's going on, Philip? I'm just crappily painting some cars here. trying to paint some cars here. Today's a pretty focused stream. I'm pretty focused today. Got to really stay focused on this one because it's very challenging. So we'll try to paint in some of the grill here, bumper. So I'm just using like a cool kind of gray, purpley for the bumper and stuff like that. Pretty simple. For me anyway, pretty simple. We'll put some darks in there as it's bleeding. And dark underneath. This will really make it look like it's sitting on the ground. And that's what I want, because it kind of is sitting on the ground. So something like that. Not sure what shape that is, but we'll put in some. Does it look like a car yet? Kind of. I think we're just missing a little bit of key shapes here. Okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, the pink one, that was my first one. That was so awful compared to these other ones. So definitely improving, but I think, you know, these are definitely more detailed than what I was doing with that one. I was trying to stay really loose with that one. And usually when you're first learning something, usually you're a lot tighter than you want to be, or than I want to be. Usually I'm a lot tighter, because you have to really understand how to draw it first and paint it first, and then you can kind of start simplifying things. Just takes time. It like takes a lot of practice to paint very loosely and just simply. It takes a lot. It's a lot more difficult than people realize. I think like, oh, it looks so much easier because you don't even have to paint as much detail, but that's the thing. You have to like describe the object with less detail. Like that's a little more challenging. Or can be more challenging. Oh, anyway, not the best windshield, but okay. Just give it a little more context here. Well, I'm pretty happy about that one. It's not bad. Let's zoom this out. So this is where we're at so far, folks. Started off pretty rough, and you know, some of these are a little rough. This one's a little rough. Doing that side profile is always really challenging, but let's try to conquer one more before I get off here. It's already been an hour and 10 minutes almost, so I think we'll do this blue one. It's a very kind of a 3/4 challenging, or more like a 45-degree angle. Bottom right, we're gonna do the bottom right one. So see if I can, we'll see if I can, see how I can do this. Yeah, I think this was just, you know, I'm doing this on the back of all the figures that I did. I figured it'd be more structured if I did them in boxes, since cars are a little, you know, they're a little more challenging than doing the figures. So thanks, Philip. I appreciate it. Did I miss any questions here? Probably not, but all right, cool. Just write my name, Schaefer Art, all is one word. If you want to ask a question, it'll highlight my name. That way I'll be able to see it a bit better for anyone that wants to ask a question. All right, let's check it out. Zoom in a bit more again. Whew, this one's gonna be difficult. So we'll try to, let's see, we'll make it pretty long. How tall does it need to be? Looks like here to here maybe, right? And then down there, the back is pretty long. To there. Tail lights here. Something like that. Bottom. Still haven't figured out how to do the tires without making them look really dumb. So that's something I gotta figure out. I need to look at some other people's painting, see what they do, see what kind of style I like, and how do they make it look good without looking dopey or something, you know, without looking stupid. So that's a challenge. I feel like the tires are really the most challenging part, even though they're just circles, you know, but there's something about them that if you draw them a certain way, it just looks stupid. So there's a back tire back here somewhere. Maybe go back a little bit further. And then other tire, let's see, corner of the car there. All the way to the front door, back door. Yeah, I'm kind of squeezing this in here. I think the tires need to be a bit smaller than what I did. Something like that. Yeah, this tire is definitely wrong. Definitely too large. Too big. Try to fix that. Let's see, boom, right there. Put the bumper in, and now let's really try to figure out where this thing is. So something like that, maybe. Does that look better? Look more car-like, I think. Yeah. And then shadow. This doesn't come out the car. Very tight shadow underneath the car. Sunny day. Now there's actually a front tire too, but I think I'm just gonna make it lower. I'm gonna lower the car. Make it a bit lower. No gap under the car to see the other side. So back window. Up, boom, something like that. All right, looks cool. Cool enough to me, I think. Yeah, let's do it. Good enough. Right, good enough, folks. Kashika, I'm not sure where I got my acrylic paint from. I think I just got it from some local store. It's kind of a... and I used to order some online too on Amazon, so yeah, who knows where I got it from. After you finish the painting, do you protect them with something like varnishing? These paintings, like my watercolors, no, not usually. You just get them, people just get them framed under glass. You don't have to like varnish watercolors, I don't believe. I don't even know if there is a way to protect them like that. All right, so I'm gonna use this cobalt teal again, but I'm gonna actually mix a little bit of ultramarine into it because this car is a little bit more blue. So we'll just have like something like that. That's a pretty good color. I like that. Really nice. Looks really good. Kind of turquoisey blue. Maybe a little too blue, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Second time I did that. Wish I had more dry brushing on these cars. That's what I need to figure out. How do I get some dry brushing into these? Try to be more loose with them. That looks cool. I like that. I'm gonna go straight for the dark underneath now, just to give it. I want to see what I'm working with right now. Oh, thanks for coming, a supporter, Kuwait Asami, I believe is how you say that. Greatly appreciate it, man. I still owe you. I still got to send you that painting, dude. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about that. Don't worry. I need to look up some shipping over there. But greatly appreciate it, man. Greatly appreciate it. Hope all is well. Ooh, I like this one. All right, we're just painting anything that's dark. Yeah, I don't know how to do these tires. They just look so dumb. I feel like they need to be like softer or something. I think that's always the problem. It's like they're always too hard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, folks. Don't know. I have to do some more research. AKA, see how other people do it and copy that. Do it the way I like it. See what I like from other people. Yeah, man, I remember. I remember for sure. Definitely remember. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't seen an email about that. I need to. I definitely gotta do that. If you're still interested, of course, and you're still, you know. Just let me know. Just trying to keep some highlights there, some broken. Trying to keep it loose. It was kind of like a sketch of a car, you know. Yeah, it looks nice. That's pretty beautiful. Like that. Yeah, not like the greatest thing ever, but not bad. Not a bad effort for this is my first time ever trying this, so I think these were pretty good efforts for my very first try, you know. Things aren't gonna be, you're not gonna master something the first time you do it, you know. Takes a little bit of time to understand what works, what doesn't work. Yeah, I apologize, man. I know I haven't really been, haven't kept in touch. I'll definitely keep in touch soon. Could probably do, I think the post office is shipping out there now, so I'll have to, I'll look that up and see like prices and stuff, and you know, we'll be in touch, don't worry. Add some red to it. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but you know, just trying to add some bright red. Yeah. Okay. Boy, that's really strong red there. Can't even clean it out of the brush. Okay. It's a dark shape for the mirror. Oh, that was too big. There we go. The mirror there. Yeah, I think that's about it, folks. Well, it's been an hour and 20 minutes, so I think that's pretty good for this video, and I think I did enough cars for today. I don't know that they're going to get any better. I think they'll just keep getting worse if I keep going. But I tried. I definitely tried. As you guys can see here, definitely tried. Some good, some bad, some awful. You know, what can I do with this one now? It's like, I think I could definitely go darker in the shadow, right? Definitely go darker in the shadow. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I could do to to improve this one. Darker on the shadow. Let's just invent more shadow. I know the car was supposed to be like bright pink, but that ain't gonna happen, I don't think. So we'll just darken up the back here a little bit. Try to blend that off a bit. And then maybe darken it as it gets towards the ground. You know, it's going to be reflecting some darker bits there. We'll keep that light area as like a highlight. And then maybe like a dark shape for the bumper here in the front. Yeah, I think that improved it a little bit actually. You know, I'm not sure about these figures here. Probably like soften that a bit if I can. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's not the right color because I just didn't, I think I was trying to match the color too much because if you look at the reference photo, I mean, it's this bright, I mean, that pink, the color I'd really have to have, I would have to have that color. I think the tire's in the wrong spot too. I think it needs to be more up front. So I think the drawing's just off. I think it just looks stupid because of that, for one thing. But yeah, like I said, that was the first one I started out with, so you know, you can't always, it's not always just going to be, it's not even going to be good when you just start. Try to put some darker, like taillight shapes and stuff, like back there. So, not the best, but not the, I mean, yeah, it probably is the worst on the page, no doubt, but I tried, folks. Yeah, the back end, it's kind of, it's a weird, it was like weird lighting, weird color, really strong. The tires are definitely off. You know, this should definitely be more forward, but I'm not gonna try to fix that because there's no way to fix that one. So I think my favorite one is probably this one or this one. I think I like these three. I like this, and the two red ones, and this corner blue one. I think those are my favorite ones, but definitely, yeah, that one came out pretty good. But yeah, I mean, having like such a strong pink on my palette anyway wouldn't really do me any good, because that kind of pink, you wouldn't use that in a normal landscape. Like the kind of paintings that I do, you would never find that pink only in like super bright wildflowers or something that like is so rare. So it's not really necessary to have that bright pink like that on my palette anyway, but anyway, guys, yeah, the last one I was really starting to loosen up a bit and really try, you know, I got some softness on the tires there. It still looks like a car, you know, just started figuring some things out. This one came out really well, really detailed though, you know, really detailed for something that would just go in a landscape. Like this really would fit more into like a whole scene. This one would fit into a whole scene, you know. These two little too detailed. That one's okay, but yeah. Anyway, folks, be sure to check out my website, SchaeferFineArt.com. That is SchaeferFineArt.com, and I got some drawings on there for sale from the live streams that I've done, and some paintings from sale from the live streams as well. So definitely be sure to check that out. And there's also ways to support me on my website. I have a support page that you can check out. PayPal link, Venmo link, Patreon, Bandcamp, where I make my own music in my free time. You can check out the music I make. And I actually use that music on my YouTube channel and my videos now. For the last 2 years, I've been using only my music for about 98% of the videos. So, yeah. Anyway, folks, yeah, it was pretty productive. It sucks I couldn't do all 9, but, you know, I tried. I did 6, so that's pretty good. Pretty good for an hour and a half. Just about an hour and a half now. So, all right, folks, thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow I'm going to be drawing a pen and ink hummingbird. Thanks to everyone who voted in the poll, who picked a hummingbird rather than a tiger. I'm a little disappointed with you guys, man. You guys picked a hummingbird rather than a tiger. Come on, man. I'm just saying. Come on. Really? You'd rather see a hummingbird rather than me draw a tiger. So, thanks to you guys and me drawing a hummingbird tomorrow. And I'm not too happy about it, but it'll be fine. I'm gonna draw both either way, but I'm just really surprised people picked a hummingbird. I was like, come on, dude. Really? But it's all good. I'm just messing around, folks. But anyway, I'll be drawing a hummingbird, but anyway, I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow or whenever, the next live stream. So the poll is on my community tab on my YouTube page, youtube.com/SchaeferArt, and then click the community tab. You'll see the poll on there. So definitely vote in that. Definitely vote tiger before tomorrow, to get me to draw a tiger tomorrow rather than a hummingbird. But no, don't worry about it. But anyway, folks, see you guys then. Take care of yourself.